Dr. Emma Taylor had always been fascinated by the human brain's response to isolation. As a leading psychologist, she had spent years studying the effects of solitary confinement on the mind. To take her research to the next level, Emma designed an experiment that would push the boundaries of human endurance. She recruited 5 participants, each with their own unique psychological profile, and offered them a substantial sum of money to spend 30 days in complete isolation. The participants were placed in identical, soundproof rooms deep beneath the university's psychology building. Each room was equipped with a bed, a toilet, and a small table with a journal and a pen. The only contact the participants would have with the outside world was through a small, one-way mirror, where Emma and her team could observe them. At first, the participants seemed to adjust well to their isolation. They wrote in their journals, slept, and paced back and forth in their rooms. But as the days went by, Emma began to notice strange changes in their behavior. One participant, a quiet and reserved young woman named Sarah, began to write in her journal with increasing frequency. Her entries became more and more erratic, filled with strange symbols and cryptic messages. Another participant, a burly and confident man named Jake, started to experience vivid hallucinations. He would pace back and forth in his room, talking to himself and laughing at night. As the days turned into weeks, Emma's team began to notice a disturbing trend. The participants were starting to experience strange, unexplained phenomena. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the sound of whispers could be heard coming from the vents. It became clear that something was terribly wrong. Emma's team tried to intervene, but it was too late. The participants had become completely unhinged, and the isolation had awakened something dark and malevolent within them. One by one, the participants began to disappear. Emma's team would enter their rooms to find them empty, with no sign of forced exit or struggle. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. In the end, only one participant remained. Sarah, the quiet and reserved young woman, was the last one standing. Emma's team entered her room to find her sitting on the bed, staring blankly at the wall. As they approached her, they noticed something strange. Sarah's eyes had turned completely black, and her skin was deathly pale. She was no longer human. "Welcome to the isolation," Sarah hissed, her voice barely above a whisper. "You'll never leave." And with that, the lights went out, and Emma's team was plunged into darkness. They never escaped the isolation experiment, and the university was left to pick up the pieces of a horrific tragedy. The isolation experiment was never spoken of again, and the university's psychology building was abandoned, left to stand as a haunting reminder of the horrors that lurked within.